Hey, good morning, guys. It is Coffee Talk Live. Coffee Talk Live, the number one World of Tanks podcast in the 0700. No, excuse me. We get started there. In the 0700 time slot in the Central Time in the U.S. It's whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is Guido. I've got that guy with me over there.
That's the one over there, overpaid.
Over
Tea in the teacup. Pilgrim's here.
Man, that was a tough start. I was just telling Pilgrim right before we started that I was a little bit slow this morning, and then I just can't even speak. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Coffee Talk Live, where we talk about everything World of Tanks, and also how Pilgrim nearly ended world civilization on multiple occasions.
We've got a good one today.
We do.
Especially for Todd.
Outstanding. We're gonna make you wait till the very end to see that. Yeah. But of course, what we're gonna start with is channel news. What has Guido been up to? Well, man, oh man, I just have to pause, and I also have to click my mouse a little bit here. Pilgrim, I've been playing the Polish mediums, and it's sucking my will to live.
I reckon the 7's okay.
I like the 7.
The 8, the 9, and the...
Yeah,
right. Okay.
So the 8 is miserable for a lot of reasons. Yeah. First of all, it's not very good. It's a below average 8, plus a below average tank at 8 sucks because you just get abused by.
Well, you see 9s and 10s, don't you?
Right, and the better players are up there, so you get the double whammy.
Yeah.
So it's just tough to make that thing work. But I do have the 9. You can see it here. It's stock right now. Actually, it seems okay. For some reason, it works a little bit better, and I'm not really sure why. It might be... I have the stock gun, but it will get a 390 alpha gun when it gets the top gun, so I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, Blues.
Morning.
You see... You went from you go from the buggy tier 6, you go to tier 7, which actually the CS44 I really like.
Yeah.
I get on very well with it. I am not at tier 8 yet. And then the tier 9. So it sort of like goes rubbish, not so bad, rubbish, not so bad.
Yeah.
Until you get to the tier 10 and you've got to press X all the time. That'll be fun.
You're down on the X. I'll tell you, True Voodoo loves the 10.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a tank that has a skill set that will mesh well with good players who like mobility. Okay. So if you like raging around the battlefield and relocating and all that, that's probably for you. The other thing about it is you get, like, the 5 is a 135 alpha. Then it goes to 240 at 6, which is a niche. That's cool. And the 7 goes to 300, and you're like, ooh, okay, cool. That's this line's thing, right? The 5, whatever, it didn't have a high alpha, but it was high-ish. And then you go to the 8, and it stays at 300.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
so the top guns
put you right in the ballpark.
So you're like, okay, I mean, it's still higher than other mediums, but not so much that you go, ooh, because a T-34-3 runs around with a 390.
Yeah.
Thumping people. So it just kind of loses, I think, the plot at tier 8, and then I think the 9 with a 390 is going to be impressive. Of course, the 10 doesn't have even more, but it does have the speed. So the 8 is just like the tank the line forgot.
Yeah. The sort of half brother that lives in the attic.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
I just thought of something. You know what's going to happen is they're going to release the premium, and it's going to be the tank that fits in the line better, like they do.
Yeah.
You want to bet? How much you want to bet?
Absolutely. It'll be an OP tier 8 premium.
It'll have like 340 alpha or something, 320 or 340.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm still working on the 100 Battle Challenge. I finished a tank. I finished the 3002M or whatever it was, and maybe I did that last week. I don't remember, but that was fun. I enjoyed that tank.
Yeah.
Really good tank.
Yeah, I do like that series right the way through. I do like,
It's got
there's a certain play style with it, but I do like it.
Yeah, and it's running around with the little short 88. It's doing 220, so it's not the 240 or it's not the 300 that the Polish tank has, but still it hits pretty hard for a tier 7. It's got great mobility, gun handling's nice. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. So still grinding those. CS44 review will be out next week. That's all finished and awaiting to be dropped. And the tier 6 I think the buggy review was out last week. But anyway, the 5, 6, and 7's out.
It came out too late for me. I went through the buggy grind. I was like pulling what hair I had left out. I was like, I hated the tank.
Too late to save you.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, I still have a code, Guido Grind, if you're looking for a new account. The other stop. The other the other code that was for
Is
the
that like twerking?
It is.
Do you practice with a pole in your back room somewhere?
Yeah. Oh my! Can I get a so to speak? So to speak. Yeah, I should probably install a pole. This is a family show.
The vision of that will never leave me now. I'm going to have that burned into my brain.
This is a family show, man. Come on. All right. Where were we before you set me off the track? What was it?
What?
You said
CS44 review. No, buggy review. It was too late for build review.
Oh, yeah. Too late. All right. Holy cow. Let's move on. Let's go to missions and specials. Missions and specials. We're going to shill first, so let's call up the old web page here. At some point it will happen. There we go. All right, so we'll go to the premium shop. Interesting days in the premium shop, huh, Pilgrim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Discounts, first of all, across the board, permanent. So the 10% to 13 or whatever the number was they threw out. They have another duo that's out. They have the German duo that's only $57.
Yeah.
You can drop a coupon on that as well. And that's 2 tier 8s. The 7501 it's okay. It's okay.
Do you know, I don't mind playing that. I mean, it's not. It's a difficult tank to play because it's really turret mounted, so you've got to get your head around that to start off with.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're right. It's okay. It's not the best in the world, but it's okay.
I think it does an adequate job of what its purpose in the game is to be kind of a heavy tank, but it's at tier 8, so reference the thing we talked about earlier about seeing 9s and 10s. That limits its effectiveness, but even with that, it still kind of does what it's supposed to do, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that particular type of gameplay is from 2013. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, take it for what it's worth. The Scout is much better. The Hawk 30 is good, but it's a giant Scout that causes some issues. You know what? I don't know how to. This goes back to what my what has been going on with my gameplay lately with the new equipment. I'm not sure really how to recommend Scouts right now because the equipment change has really shooken up the meta a little bit.
Yeah.
And unknown if that's temporary because everyone's testing stuff and whatever the end result is, if it is changing, is not going to come out for months now until people figure it out. But it's a bit chaotic, and Scouts are interesting to play right now.
The Des Gamer did a video, I think it was yesterday, it came out on the day before, again on the Panzer. You know, he got it to, the view range to 633. He now got it to 641.
Holy cow.
By messing around with some of the equipment. He actually double stacked. He put optics and binocs on. And it shouldn't, but it does affect the view range. It shouldn't have any effect at all. But he went through it and he showed it, and it went up to 641.
Oh, so the binocs actually worked stacked after everything. Instead of just going whatever your baseline is, you don't use the optics if you're using binocs. It just put it on top. That's because you have the special optics, and then you're also looking through binoculars at the same time, right?
One eye on binoculars, one eye on your optics. That gives you 200-meter burn through.
Yeah, because you got CVS, optics, and binocs. That's 3 pieces of equipment you're looking through. I mean, I'm sure that's good.
That's like Nelson with his thing on one eye in it. Thing, whatever it's called.
Look at me sitting here talking about reality in World of Tanks. Yeah.
Look at us.
As if you just take those 3 equipment and put it on there.
You stack them on your eye.
That has nothing to do with this game. Nothing to do with it.
Brilliant. No, absolutely not.
All right, so we're trying to sell things to these people. Come on. Skoda's out. Oh, stay away. Stay
Yeah,
away. I mean, if you just have to have an autoloader that's bad, then that's the one to get.
yeah. Yeah, but guess what is out? Look at that.
I know. There's the double barrel, my friends.
Back out again.
Yep. Yep. It is there now. And what's the special on that there, Pilgrim?
I've just clicked. I've got a special offer on this. I didn't realise.
Oh.
Let me just have a look at what.
Oh, do you not know what you can do with that?
Oh, I've got it because you gave it me, but we'll go. That's a different story altogether.
No, I'm saying
I wanted
what you wouldn't because you've already bought it. But if you did not have this,
Okay.
see the one that has the credit card and the
It's got a credit card on it. Yeah, that's what's the special offer.
So click on
What's
it.
that all about?
Click on it.
Click on the credit card. Yeah. Yeah.
And it says, does it say it in here anywhere? Or does it not say it? Wait a minute. Somewhere it's supposed to... oh, there you go.
Oh, hang on. I'd like a refund.
Yeah.
Whoa. Double the amount, double the fun. If you're satisfied experience with it. If you don't like it within 14 days, you'll get a refund.
Yes. So you send a ticket in. It gives you the process there. So it's a test balloon, I assume. Now, guys, remember on this one, if you're going to do this, it's only for just the tank package. If you buy the tank and the other goodies, the other ultimate and blah blah blah, they won't let you refund it.
No, it's
but
just this one special thing, isn't it? It's got
just
a little credit card.
Yeah, if you just buy the tank itself, is it 14 days? Is that what it says? Yeah,
14 days you've got to try it out.
and that's a real deal. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be. It's written there, but we've talked to them in the CC channels. We've talked to the community guys. They're like, yep, this is a thing we're practicing. There's a thing we're trying. And
do you see that's going to flood the game? That's going to flood the game. I actually like this tank. It's my go-to premium, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's now going to flood the game with these for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Wait till we start talking about the missions for the little free tanks. Talk about flooding.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so that's pretty cool, guys. That's
Yeah, it's a good number. That I like that.
I always this is a random tangent. I get on my wife and daughter for this a lot because they will buy stuff and take it back. Does your wife do this?
All the time.
Like a
What's
store
that all
is
about?
a freaking library.
Yeah, you
right?
borrow it, you get
Yeah.
the ticket, you take it back.
Yeah. Check the book out, take it back. It drives me crazy. So that's against my nature to buy something and give it back. I feel like you make a decision and you stand by it. But whatever.
That's the point. I was just about to say that. It's like, I know I'll probably get slated for gender issues now, but blokes do that. They go, this is what I'm after. I'm going out there. I'm going to get it, and that'll do. I'm going for that drill, or I'm going for that.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be. Women do the. I'll browse, maybe pick it up, maybe buy it, and then take it back because I didn't really want it in the first place. I mean, what's that all about? I don't know.
Oh, now we're gonna get canceled.
I'm going to get spanked for that, aren't I?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Watching this. I'm getting the neck now.
If it's full up broken, obviously that's a different story. But,
Oh yeah.
but it's just that mentality of, well, I'm not sure I like it. I'll buy it, and 3 days later, I don't like it. Let's take it back. Get something else.
Hey, you got a cheers from Finland.
Cheers. What's happening?
Wow.
That's cool, man. Is that Grio? I think that might be Grio
How do you say
from
it?
Finland.
Wade says, as long as my wife takes it back, I don't care. Well, there is that, isn't there?
Oh, that's
I'm
the
not
thing
involved in the
too.
process.
Exactly. That is exactly right because I've been asked on occasion, "Hey, you're going by there? Can you?" I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah. Can you pop it back for me?
No. I'm like, is it broken? Did it not? Is it the completely wrong size? No, I just didn't want it. Well, that's your problem.
Yeah. I'm not going in there to explain to the retail
Exactly.
assistant what the problem is with this. No, I'm not doing it.
But often the retail folks don't care. They don't care. They know it's part of the game. So
Oh,
just,
yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
They probably do it themselves, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. All right, so gold wise, yeah, there's gold for sale. We got the gold drip.
Yeah, there's not much on the gold at all, is there? Than just normal sales.
Premium count is standard.
Yeah.
It's interesting that coupons are now kind of permanently attached to the larger premium days.
Yeah.
They used to never discount premium days unless it was a specific sale, but now coupons are fine. Under vehicles, this is all the same stuff. There is quite a few out, actually, because if you go down, there's still the prototype, is the 50TP is still out. Oh, there's the US Duo that we talked about last week. with the Renegade and the T92. And there's still the Sturv, there's still the 252U, there's still the Scorpion.
There's a
Holy
lot,
cow.
isn't there?
The Rompanzer seems...
Is that 50 TP? A lot of people are going, yeah, well, whatever. But it does. Is it not 400 Alpha gun or something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Right.
400 or 440.
Is it 440?
Something like that. I don't know. Let's find out. I can't remember.
It's a lot of money, though, isn't it? I mean, it's £67 here, so it must be in the region of $70 over there.
Yeah, I'm showing it at just for the tank at 56 with a Coupon available. So the Alpha on it is 440. Yeah.
Wow.
It hits hard. I kind of like it. It's I think the armor doesn't work as much as you might think looking at it, but it is useful at times. Okay. I don't know if it's better than maybe a low, but it's not far off.
Okay.
And it's not better than a 252U. Although the gun the gun handling's better, so there's an argument to be made there.
No, there's a difference for Polish if the gun handling's better because at the moment the Polish line is showing that it's not really a thing of Polish tanks, is it?
I mean, it's not amazing gun handling, but I've got it down to 0.37. So that's something I was going to talk about a bit with some of the Polish stuff. It is interesting, and I just watched another guy. He just did his first video and he posted on the forum. I'll try to remember to link it down there because he did a video on the new equipment. We might as well go off on a random tangent. And it was pretty good. He talked a lot about it. He made a great point, and so have some of the CCs. We talk a lot about the gun handling on things and this dispersion, all that stuff. But the difference between like a 0.37 and a 0.35 just really isn't that much.
No.
Not in reality. The difference between a 0.37 and a 0.32. Once you get about 0.5 or more, then that's pretty big. But just a number or two along the way isn't really that much. And there's other stuff that goes along with it because, bloom while you move, bloom while the turret moves is a problem, obviously. Dispersion is just the best accuracy it gets fully zoomed. What it starts from, based on all those other things for the gun platform, that's really your problem.
Yeah.
If you can get fully zoomed.
With the new setup, there's probably a way of making that a lot better than it should be.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Although I'm looking at it in my garage. You guys can't see it because it's covered up by the shilling we're supposed to be doing while we're discussing this.
We are shilling.
That's true. We are talking about a premium, aren't we? So I guess we're doing our job here. The vents are helping. The vert stab's helping. As long as that's not a GLD, I think it's a vert stab. Yeah, that's the vert stab, yeah. But I don't have food and I don't have directives. And then there's other stuff that can help along the way too.
Yeah.
So there's I guess the point of that is there's just a lot going into it than just the number of 0.3 whatever or 0.4 if it's really bad dispersion it is.
Well, Wayne was saying there that it's got great gun depression. I haven't got the stats up because I don't have the tank with me.
Oh, he's right. It's -10. I forgot about that. That's fantastic.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a big deal.
And then if you look at the turret, that's a complete fantasy. I'm looking at the turret like there is no way that breach is going to depress 10 degrees without popping out the top of the turret.
No, because the driver sits below it. You'll have a squashed head if they do that. A flat head, you'd be like that.
It's funny.
The driver port is right below it, look.
It's funny how they do that. Some of them, they stick strictly to what the historical thing was. Others, they just fantasy tanks they make up. Yeah, and you look at the shape of the turret and where the gun is mounted in it, and I just feel like there's no way that thing's going to depress 10 degrees without thumping the top of the turret. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it does.
Maybe.
All right, cool. What were we doing? Oh, we're trying to sell tanks. I think that's it for the tanks, man.
Not a lot.
If we go to specials, there's just the various ×5, this, that, and the other. But let's take a quick peek for everybody. As I recall, when I went through it the first time, there wasn't anything really amazing. The Manicore's fast track stuff is there. And you can still buy coins. We'll get into that in a little while. What the coins are going to do or not do for you at this point. And I think that's it. Yeah, it was a weak effort at shilling, but we can only work with what they give us, right?
Exactly. That's the whole point I was going to make.
All right, so Steel Series, there is a code. This is a contest deal 10,000 battles. So every 10,000 deal 10,000 battles. Deal 10,000 damage.
Yeah.
You get a token every 10,000 damage. And the contest, and then there's also spotting damage. And really all you get out of it is a token.
Yeah.
But you come down here and there's a lot of prizes. Top 10 people are going to get a physical item. From 11th to 100th, you're going to get a coupon, which is $15 discount off of something $40 or more. I don't use Steel Series. I don't know much about it, so I'm assuming it's good stuff. It looks like peripherals, right? So we've got headsets, mouse, mechanical keyboard would be cool. And a big mouse pad of some kind.
See, there's maybe in the chat somebody can come down to it. I use wired up equipment. I don't use Bluetooth because I think I need as much speed as I can because of the connection across the Atlantic. So, but some people are saying that Bluetooth is now at a point where it's as fast as wired, and I'd like to know if that's true. I don't think it is. I think a millisecond makes all the difference.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think it's fast enough as makes no difference, but I suppose if you're an absolute pro, you might see it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I always hate dicking around with batteries and this. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Nothing worse when you're just aiming onto that critical point, your battery dies, and you can't shoot.
Exactly.
Try to change your battery quick.
Right.
That's like your fire button in your jet, battery operated. Oh sugar, I've run out. Double A Duracell quick.
Actually, during World War Storm, when we in the '90s, early '90s, during that, there was a problem with some of the Sparrows with the AIM-7s, and they would pickle them and they would eject and they would
drop.
No motor start. So guys would be like, boom, Fox 1, and they'd be like, where'd it go? It's in the desert somewhere.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, they had to mess with that. All right. The other cool thing about this is they will pick 5 random players who will get a wireless headset. So just by pressing the redeem code, you're in the queue for the 5 random.
Yeah.
So you might as well. Why not? It's too bad there's not like a med kit or something you get for the missions either. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody just...
Thank you. Run for you.
Right on, man. I can't watch was that a follow or subscribe? Can you see that?
Following. It's a follow.
Thanks, man. But, appreciate the follow for sure.
Brilliant.
That's cool. Because if I call up my stream manager, then it gets put up on the screen right there. All right, what the heck else is going on here? Double Crew XP weekend, folks.
Yep.
So top 10 twice Crew XP. Pretty easy. Not much else.
Well, you see the picture on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not an artillery piece? And is that not? Why have they got 2 girls having a picnic in front of the artillery piece? I've got no idea. What is that picture all about? Double Crew XP weekend. Look, we have somebody having a picnic and a piece of artillery sat at the back.
There's 2 of them.
I know.
Double.
What's that all about?
It's double. Yeah, you know what? I saw the same thing. I clicked on it to get a bigger picture of it. Like, what is this? And it doesn't show up when you click on the article. The pictures. No, the picture. It's just a thumbnail that whoever put this together, whoever designed this part of the webpage, just decided to use that thumbnail in the background.
No. Okay.
I have no answer for you, man.
Well, it's wargaming, isn't it? So don't expect anything logical to come out of that.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too, because it really, to me, same thing. It had nothing to do with double crew, other than there was 2 crew members.
Yeah, they're having a picnic.
Tons of female and 44 crew members in the world.
Absolutely.
All right, Steel Hunter starts tomorrow, as does the Act 5, which has been delayed. We'll talk about why in just a minute. We'll get to that, but in any event, on Monday we got a lot of stuff starting off. Which, make sure you get your 5th coin. Might be a...
See, I'm struggling now with this, Guido, because I've done all that business on my EU server account.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've got what I want. I've got the Char 4. I don't need any of the. I'm now. Should I then do Steel Hunter on the NA server? But I'll be starting from fresh. I won't have, But so, is it worth it? Is it worth? I mean, I assume you're going to do something on Steel Hunter.
Can you still get a tank even if you did the whole Steel Hunter?
I don't know because I'll need 12 to get a tank, won't I?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
So,
Or is it 6 per time? I don't know. It's a good question, man.
Mm,
I don't know if I can get one either. I think you only need 9, right? You don't have to get all 12. 9 gets you.
I don't know. Yeah, possibly 9. Yeah,
9 gets you something else.
I can't remember what I used for. I think I had to get 12 for the Char 4 on the first stage.
Okay.
I'll look into that. I'll look into.
Yeah. I kind of thought that too. I have 3 of the coins or whatever because remember I quit Frontline because it drove me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying all this, and Steel Hunter will just whack me out by Wednesday. I'll be like, I'm not doing this.
Well, my problem is I'm going on that trip. I leave on Tuesday. I'm not going to have a
Yeah.
lot of time. So even if I wanted to try to grind out Steel Hunter this time and get my 3 coins or whatever you can get in one event, I'd be hard pressed to do so.
Yeah.
So probably not going to happen for me. But anyway, for everybody else, starts on Monday. They have changed it around a little bit, so we'll see how it goes. I've always kind of been ambivalent at best about these modes that don't have much to do with grinding in the game,
No.
or with improving your crews in the game, or doing anything really for the game other than get you a prize tank. And I don't find the gameplay in it to be that compelling, but a lot of people like it. There you go. I don't know, man.
Well, it's a mode, isn't it? But it's not something I'm specifically like.
Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I'll dip into it. I'll have a go of it. When I get fed up with it, I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump into. Do we want to talk about the 10th anniversary stuff or save that for later?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, the rest of the stuff we're talking, the double barrel beast, partners involved, we've covered. Battle pass, backstories. Well, that's the old chat about,
Yeah, we might as well. Let's dive into it. Let's just do it right here because we can take a look at it on the webpage. So the 10th anniversary Act 5 starts on Monday. That's been delayed. We'll talk about that, like I said, later. But the details of what's going on here is kind of interesting. Actually, do we want to do that or do we want to talk about the tanks? I thought this was the article with the dang tanks.
The article's the next one on.
There you go. Birthday present. That's what we want to talk about. All right.
All right.
So all you have to do is, from what my understanding is, all you have to do is log in, and then depending on how long you've been around, you're going to get 1 to 7 free tanks.
Yeah.
So for 10 years, you get the Valiant. I think I have 10 years. I'm not even sure I have 10 years, to be honest. But anyway.
That gets you everything, doesn't it? The Valiant.
Yeah.
Included.
And then there's a mission to get the A46, which is a tier 6. So instead of in the past where a well-deserved reward was just a free tank that got dumped on you, this time you've got to go down and play quite a few battles, in low-tier, tier 2 and 3 tanks. Now, I think this is a really interesting decision by Wargaming.
Yeah.
And I can't quite wrap my head around it. I've always said, why not make stuff for lower tiers, and here it is. And I don't think I was necessarily saying tier 2 and 3, but here, the missions.
Well, like you say, this is what's going to happen. It's going to get flooded at tier 2 and 3 by all the great players, all the good players, all the players who've been around a bit. If you want to go down to tier 2 and 3, it is going to be a sealed club fest, isn't it? It really is.
Here's the good news, though. If you don't want to do that, you can use your coins to purchase it in the anniversary store from Monday, August 24th. So not starting tomorrow. For whatever reason, they delay the sale a week until Monday, October 12th. Here's what I don't know. Can you get a discount by playing a few of those?
That's a good question.
It doesn't seem so. It doesn't say that. So
it says basically you don't have time to earn the required number of tokens, no problem. You can use the anniversary coins to purchase the A46 in the anniversary store. It will cost 1,500 anniversary coins. It's got nothing in there about discounting if you run a few missions.
And that's my question for the discount, though, because the only way to get the A46, from what I can tell, how many coins, how many tokens do you need? 100, right?
Yes.
Because
Yeah, is it say 100? 100 tokens and 150 anniversary coins.
Grab a speedy commando
Complete
in
the
the
missions.
present. Once you complete the missions, you'll be rewarded 100 tokens. Well, you're not rewarded 100 tokens. You get 2 tokens for each time you do the mission. You're rewarded however many tokens. So that's why the wording is always driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can get 2 tokens for doing it in the T-45, the TKS type, BT, blah, blah, blah. So 6 of the tanks, you need to be either destroy a vehicle or be in the top 7 and be in the top 7 XP, or do 100 damage and be in the top 7 XP. Makes it hard to bot it, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do that 30 times. That's 60 tokens because you get 2 tokens. You need 100. So where do you get the other 40? Well, that's interesting. You get it from the Valiant, but you only get
60 tokens from tier 2 to 3.
Yeah.
40 tokens in the Valiant. I think the Valiant is for everybody. I don't think it's the Valiant is if you've been in the game for 10 years.
It says 10 years. Scroll up. It says
10 years.
It says right above it.
Further down, the 7th Warrior is a brand new tank, the Valiant. It's our 10th anniversary gift to all players. To all players.
Why does it say 10 years? Oh, wait. These, I think the years thing is only denoting the year it came out as a gift.
The gift. It was the year that these were premium gifted.
So everyone's getting all 7. Is that what it's telling us?
That's what it's saying.
Regardless of how long you've been around.
That ties in. Yeah, it doesn't matter because that ties in what we were talking about before we came on air. And I'll go through that later.
Okay, so good. That makes more sense to me because I was thinking is that the only way you can get the A46 through missions is being a 10-year player because you're the only guy who has a Valiant.
Exactly.
But everyone's getting
tokens. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Still, though, the missions are built a little weird because you can get 60 points on all those 6, but the Valiant, you've got to do another 40 points. So you have to do it 20 times. You are going to play these tanks 50 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, and that's assuming you get top 7 and get the mission done.
And that's tier 2 and 3 as well, which is that's going to be so painful. I can't imagine anybody's going to enjoy that whatsoever.
It's going to be utter chaos, actually.
Isn't it just? I just might go in with a TKS 20 and just bomb around the place, blah, 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 just messing about with it, just for the fun.
Now here's the good news. It goes to October 12th, so you really don't have. It's not a like, holy cow, I got to get it done in a week.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not bad. At 50 games in those things, it's going to be more than 50 because you're not going to be top 7 every game. You might be, but call it 60, 80. Yeah. So all right, that's how you get it, folks. Or you can just, if you don't want the pain, you just pay your 1,500 anniversary coins.
Yeah.
Of which I have 2,000. Of which I have 2,750, my friend.
2,535. I'm always 200 behind you.
Yeah, you need to just play your NA account more. I barely played this week, really. Although I guess I ground the polls quite a bit, so to speak.
Yeah. We won't go there. It's a family show, okay?
I can't help that they're named that, and it just is a double entendre. I can't help that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's everything on that, I think, right?
Yeah.
We'll get back to the 10-year thing when we get to subjects du jour because there's still some rumors and other stuff going on with that. Let's go ahead and jump in, although I don't think there's a whole bunch. We're going to jump into the missions and specials in the UI. All right, anniversary missions, breather phase. Obviously, that will change. So the next thing for the coin will show up on Monday. My assumption is it comes with the rest of it. So make sure if you're on 4 coins, you knock that out.
Keys.
Keys. Sorry, the next one.
Yeah,
next mission's for a key. Make sure you knock that thing out. All right, anniversary mission. So crew experience weekend. Terrapin, thanks. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing this for sure. Steel Series competition, keeping track of what you're doing with that. Looks like I've got 4 completed and 1 Sharp Eyes completed, so I have tickets. I didn't see a leaderboard link on that. Did you?
No, no. Do you know what? I can't find it anywhere. I don't think there is one.
Yeah,
It's odd.
the last one they had a leaderboard thing on there.
Yeah.
I wonder if that causes them trouble having leaderboards. So people, I wonder if they just if that was a conscious decision not to put a leaderboard, or they just forgot.
Well, possibly a conscious decision, because if you think about it, it's got to be continually updated, doesn't it? So it's probably more coding than they really wanted to push into it. I don't know.
I guess I'm sort of wondering if they felt like it sort of encouraged people to bot or
Yeah, maybe.
whatever.
Maybe.
I don't know. It could just plain old be a mistake. Medium tank courses. I actually finished one of these for a change. I didn't realize that. I actually finished the. Oh my gosh, that stupid clicky thing is happening.
Yeah,
again.
it's flicking up now. I'm trying to get.
Stop it. We're talking about is your missions thing. Well, because I've been grinding the.
Oh, of course you've been doing the Polish, haven't you? Yeah.
I've been grinding out the new tanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, because you're good at that. Grinding the pole.
I am an expert. Medium tank courses. So I finished that, and 25,000 experience. I didn't realize that got dumped on one of my tanks that I was
on
grinding.
Polish. On
Yeah,
Polish tank.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Man, I'll tell you what, guys. It is so easy to grind tanks out now.
Yeah.
Just with, especially if you have premium and you've got that manageable experience, and then you've got your personal reserves. You've got missions like this all the time. It took me no time really to do them compared to the past. I mean, at tier 8, 5 years ago was 150 battles, 120, 150 battles.
Yeah.
It was maybe more depending on how good you were. Care package July, on track, the Mana Core. There's the Commander AF thing, and you are correct. It is for another skin. The Wargaming Fest 2018. Didn't she give that away last week or something?
That's what I thought. I thought it was. It was definitely an old school skin. Oh no, it was the red one. It was the red, similar effect to that, but it was red.
Okay.
I think.
So maybe a different year. All right. So anyway, it's a free skin for 5,000 damage. So make sure you put the code in, which is, we haven't mentioned it. What is it again?
It's Celebrate 08202. Do you want me to do it phonetically, or are you going to do it like a pilot does it?
I don't even want to try that because I failed last time.
You did, miserably.
Charlie, Echo, Lima, Echo, Bravo, Romeo, Alpha, Tango, Echo.
Oh, look at you.
Did I make it? Did I do it?
You did. You did do the numbers.
5978624.
Yay! Right. Here's a tangent. We can call it VP, voice procedure, on the radio.
Yeah.
In the military, in the UK military. I don't know what it's called now, but
The phonetic alphabet?
Our phonetic alphabet.
That's what we call it.
The phonetic alphabet. But VP is the way you have to speak on the radio to make it crystal clear.
Yeah.
So when I did my signalers course, we were told after you finish doing letters and you want to change to numbers, you have to say the word figures. So you do Charlie, Echo, Lima, Echo, Bravo, Romeo, Alpha, Tango, Echo, figures 08202 to differentiate.
That's good.
Nobody would know, but
that's
to
good.
differentiate.
Yeah, I like that.
Did they do that in the US?
No, we don't have a.
No, because you're a pilot.
No, we don't have a corollary to that. We don't have a corollary to that. We have procedures, like if we say 9, we're supposed to say niner.
Right. Okay.
And I don't know why
Niner.
I don't know why 9
Yeah.
gets mixed up, but niner is how we say that. But
I think,
do you guys do you say Z on the radio?
No.
Zero?
Say Zulu. Yeah. Oh no, we don't use the word Z or Zulu. We use Zulu for that letter.
No, what about 0? What do you say for 0? Just 0?
0?
Oh.
Yeah, we call it 0. Yeah. Z is dead, says Todd. Yeah. Niner.
But Z is 0, right?
Not for us. No, not for us.
Oh, I thought
That would be confusing if we were on interneted or if we were on inter-radio linked with the US forces.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I've had that with that. You've done JTOC, haven't you? You've done.
Yeah.
So I guess you would have at some point been linked into the Brits as well as
I don't know if I don't know if I can remember hearing Brit radio chatter. I'm sure I've heard it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That was a good tangent.
Okay.
That was a good
It
tangent.
was, wasn't it?
There's really nothing
Oh,
else in the missions tab here. Commander AF thing and all the tank destroyer, light tank, all that good stuff. I'll tell you what, it's been interesting. It used to be in this game 4 or 5 years ago, everything mission you needed to know was in this tab, but now there's just so much little things. I don't know how many people really pay attention to what's going on here. I can remember checking back into this all the time, trying to figure out how I was doing on missions, but
well, I seem to remember you doing your videos on YouTube, and you would spend
yeah,
20 minutes going
Yeah.
through it all. Yeah, no, absolutely. Now it's just a flick through. There's that many. There's that much.
Is that because I just don't want to do it, or it's not useful? I don't know.
Well, I think there's so much information now. You could spend an hour going through each one of those missions and saying, "This is how you do it. This is what you." People will figure it out, or not.
I mean, I know a lot of people liked it who didn't really understand the game, so maybe I'm just sort of assuming people are a little bit further along, or we're just not spending more time on it. I mean, for example, we could look into Steel Series and go, all right, guys, it's damage caused, and you get a token here. But I feel like a lot of the missions aren't quite as complicated as they used to be.
No, I think they probably on purpose made it almost click and forget, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's kind of what I was trying to say. Exactly right. It just seems like now they work in the background. They're not as confusing as they used to be, and I still don't like the order that they put these things in because they're all just splattered across your screen.
Yeah, for me, the light tank mission should go light, medium, heavy, or TD.
Yeah. And your two on-track things and all your on-track stuff should be together and some kind of order. But anyway, that's been a complaint for years.
Blues is just give us a bit of a script on 0 and 0 and 0. Love, duck. Absolutely right, mate. Yeah, I get that.
So you don't use not or nil though on the radio. It's just
no. Yeah, I mean it's keep it simple, stupid principle, isn't it? So especially with VP. In fact, here's another tangent. The best radio operators are female because their voice is so much clearer because it's at a higher pitch.
Yeah.
Or somebody who has a high pitch like me. Somebody who has a high pitch voice is clearer on the radio.
Actually, that's very interesting because Bitch and Betty in the Jet is a female voice who recently died, by the way. The lady who recorded that recently, within the last 4 or 5 years. So Boeing and some of the aircraft dudes, engineers and stuff, kind of did a study when they first started thinking about human factors. A lot of early planes didn't have a lot of early human factors thought put into them. They threw gauges in wherever they could put them, kind of thing. But as they started to learn that stuff, and we got better and better at designing the cockpits of aircraft, one of the things they looked at is how do we get a pilot's attention? Big flashing red lights, things that immediately a pilot would pay attention to. And what they found out was the best voice for Bitch and Betty was female because men paid attention to that, or at least they caught it more easily. And it may have a lot to do with what you're talking about, the pitch and the tone, but also the fact that it's female voice. A male is also kind of like, okay, you're listening,
Yeah, because we have to listen to them, don't we?
Yeah, or you just get beat down.
If we don't, we get beat. Yeah, we don't get dinner.
Hey, man, fat kids got to eat. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that's pretty interesting. So no kidding, that's why Bitch and Betty is a female voice. One of the reasons.
Anyway.
Yeah, she was an employee. I think she was an engineer actually, and they just asked her to record the voices, and that particular voice, I hear it every day in the sim, man. So her recorded voice, with a kind of strange mechanical sound of it.
Right.
Every pilot that has flown in the U.S. Air Force has heard that voice for I don't know, decades now.
Wow.
30, 40 years.
Waking up waking up sweating in the middle of the night with a nightmare, and this voice is rolling around your head.
I'll have to ask my buddy who's doing the F-22 sim. I don't know what their voice is. I'm wondering if it's the same one. I bet it might be. I don't know though.
That'd be interesting.
But yeah, it's definitely in the F-15 at least. It's all right. Good golly, that's a good one. Where are we?
That was,
What are we
I don't
doing?
know. We've done the 10th anniversary. We've had a look at all that, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we just went through the. So we're on subjects du jour, I believe.
We're
Missions
there.
slash prices 703 Steel Hunt Act 5 tank rewards, guys. That's the only thing I want to add on there. Don't forget your tank rewards. Tank
I'm
rewards.
miserable with that. I'm still at level. I'm just about to get level 2.
Ah, jeez.
I'm just miserable. I've not played it enough on the NA server. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, and if I do Steel Hunter on the European account, I'll be off the NA server for the next 10 days. So it is what it is. Oh, I've said that again.
You're spreading yourself thin, my friend.
I
Spreading yourself thin.
I know.
All right, subjects du jour. Well, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room right away, man. So give us what you just found out, what you just heard or read about Minsk.
Right, okay, here we go, and it's official. It's official as far as official can be. Victor Kisley, who is the founder of Wargaming, has written to all the employees in Minsk, the headquarters, and has told them that if it goes Pete Tong, he's going to relocate them, the staff, and their families, and the whole headquarters to one of 3 places: Kiev, St. Petersburg, or Nicosia in Cyprus. So he's already written to them to say, be aware, if you want to go, we'll move you.
So
Big deal ahead.
St. Petersburg is in Russia proper.
Yeah.
Kiev is in Belarus.
Ukraine.
Is in the Ukraine, which has their own issues.
Yeah.
At times, and the other one's just out of the old Soviet sphere completely.
Yeah. Well, Nicosia purely because the financial side of the company sits
Is there?
in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've just been raided by Lord Sheen. Thank you very much.
Oh, excellent. Appreciate it, Lord Sheen. We were just talking tanks, guys. We're just talking tanks. Nicosia. Yeah.
Terrapins just said what? Say that again. Well, basically, I don't know if it's going to happen. If it all goes Pete Tong and things start to get a bit hairy, he has a plan in place, being a very rich man that he is, to relocate the headquarters of World of Tanks, War Gaming, to one of those 3 locations, including the staff if they want to move, and their families if they want to do that.
Yeah, if they want
I'd go to Cyprus just for the sun. It's not going to St. Petersburg. It's about -50 in the winter. Just get me to Cyprus. That's better.
I mean, I assume a lot of the employees there are actually from there.
Yeah.
So that would be a big decision. You know what I mean? You don't. It's one thing to say, "Hey, I'll pay to move you guys." It's another one to pick up and go, right?
Yeah.
To take the family and take the.
Yeah. I mean, you know from being in the military just how. Gut wrenching that is when you do your first move away and you take your good lady away from her family and go overseas.
But it's a whole different level, though, isn't it? Because presumably you're leaving because things are getting bad, and then you might say, "All right, am I ever able to go back?" Does the government go?
Yeah.
All right, traitor, you left. You can't come back. Who wins in the end, and what do they do? Oh man, that would not be fun. That would not be fun.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's if they. Personally, it would be a hard decision. I would have to think twice. Would I move for a job? Yes, I've done that in the past for the military.
Yeah.
But as you say, it's a whole different ball game. Would I leave my home country with the possibility of never coming back purely for a job?
Yeah.
I don't know. Difficult, isn't it?
Terrapin makes a good point. Yeah, and it's not just the mental idea of I have to steel myself to leave. It's just the hardware logistics of it all. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You taking all. Actually, though, there has to be contingency plans. One of them is, we have time to pack it all up, but you got to get trucks and people and do that in the middle of whatever chaos is going on. Or do we just go? I got money. I'll buy new stuff. Let's go. And I'm assuming everything's on the cloud. So as far as data goes, they're fine.
Yeah.
They just have to pull.
Well, I mean, their servers for the European server, I think, is in Amsterdam. Is one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the second server is. So, and obviously the North American server is Chicago, is it not? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
So having servers is not a problem, but it'll be the design. all the computers that they, as you said.
Well, all their stuff will be backed up on the cloud. There's
surely.
no. Well, I was about to say there's no way they have all the proprietary stuff in a actual server, but I don't know. I don't know how they operate, but in any event, there's a lot to think about.
Isn't there just?
Yeah, Terrapin, exactly. So that there's a million questions there, which obviously we have no impact on, but it's just kind of interesting. All right, so that being said, there's another thing regarding that you figured out, which you did, that everyone needs to know about regarding the 7 free tanks, the old Russian refund. So go ahead and hit them with that.
All right. The way I've read it, and I've tried it this morning, and it works, or it has worked that I've recovered these tanks. If you have had the 6 premiums, not the 7, because nobody's had the Valiant yet. But if you've had the 6 premiums and you've got rid of them and you sold them or just whatever, if you now buy them back, it's going to cost you 443,000 silver, thereabouts, to buy back. Now, why would you do that? Because once tomorrow hits, Wargaming are going to give you 100,000 silver per tank compensation if you've already got it. And on top of that, they're going to give you 1,500 anniversary coins, which will buy you the A46.
Thanks
so
for the
you're
follow.
going to make 200,000 silver and have a free tank with it as well.
And
without having to do anything.
And if you're not a complete muppet and haven't sold your tanks, like I never sell my tanks, you stand to make 600,000.
Exactly, 600,000 silver. You're laughing, aren't you? And so today, I'm the muppet. But today, if you want to do this, buy back your premiums. Those 6 premiums. I mean, I only had 3 of those, so I bought 3 back. But I'll still make 300,000. I spent 102,000 buying them back. So I'm going to make 200,000 thereabouts.
Actually, there's one other thing you get if you have the tanks, or any number of those tanks. You get a free garage slot as well.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so if you need slots.
So I played.
There is the old Russian buyback.
I played the long game on that one. For 10 years, I've been hoarding tanks just so I can make 600,000 credits tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at you. You knew this was coming 10 years
ago.
Yeah. You knew it, didn't you?
Yeah. The long game was played, my friends. And now the payoff is imminent. It's going to be so awesome.
Then we can all go down to tier 3 and just have fun.
For 60 to 80 games. And wow, that's weird. All right. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on the Russian rumor mill as far as other tanks? So this is tied into what we've been discussing for a month now.
Yeah.
The idea that
it's bouncing everywhere now, Guido, because now they're saying the A46 could possibly be the anniversary.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
And they go, what? And I mean, on the Russian server, they're going absolutely mental about it. They're going, what a load of rubbish that is.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you can stick it right where the sun doesn't shine.
See, this
basically where they're at with it.
This is why I wanted to talk about it, because I'm kind of looking at it going, the wild card is still the 5 keys thing. There's still no, and it could amount to 0. That could be nothing. Maybe it opens up the old garage and you get the old garage for a week or during the event or whatever. I mean, that it could just be that. But I don't know, man.
That doesn't sit right, does it?
No.
When you think this. I mean, we've talked about it before. The 10th year anniversary, and they bigged it up massively. They, and everything, and that little one-liner in there about getting the garage into something special. Surely that's something special. Is going to be something special.
But what if it's just the A46?
Oh,
that's it. And by the way, in the past they just gave you the tier 6, a well-deserved reward.
Yeah, for every year.
Now you have to do. Now you got to
have that.
Now you got to play at tier 2 and 3 for 80 games.
Yeah.
Or you spend the coins if you don't, But there's still a lot of cool little things to get with the coins, so that would sort of irritate me to have to spend 1,500 of them, which is, over.
Yeah, but if you do that buyback and then compensation tomorrow, you get enough coins to buy that tank anyway, so it's no cost.
Oh, that's a good point.
You're sitting with 2,000. What was it?
2,750. You're right.
750. Right. Okay. But you'll still have that after you've done it.
So that's a good way to put it. So essentially, it is free, basically,
Yeah.
if you've kept all those
Yeah.
tanks, which is a weird little extra thing there. Yeah. Okay. Good way to look at it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, blues.
Badges, yeah.
It does, and it does say that. It does say that
Yeah.
right now that's what it says.
Yeah.
There's still the little blurb in there, blues.
Isn't there just something special?
If you click on the red thing on the bottom right of your screen, and then you go over to the keys up top, then you get the little box here. It comes out if I can get my mouse to actually stay on it. And I think the one we're keying in on, and we're probably reading way too much in it.
Yeah.
It says, legend has it that these ancient artifacts can open the locks of the very first garage built back in 2011. There's not been a lot about that. The keeper of 5 keys can count on finding something quite valuable.
Yeah.
Oh, right on, Todd. Appreciate that. Thanks for the gift subs. You rock. So, 5 keys seems like there's something more going on there.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we have a habit of reading an awful lot into what wargaming does, and then they surprise us by not doing anything whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or doing something totally tangent, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah. Ooh, this might happen. No, it didn't. Okay.
It's fun to speculate, though, right? We'll just sit here.
Isn't it just? Yeah.
We'll just start rumors, and a couple of weeks ago we were discussing maybe it's a tier 10 gift tank, which which seemed insane at the time, but we sort of bought into it. And now everyone's kind of okay. I guess that's not going to happen.
No. Well, yeah. I think it's still up there, though, isn't it? It's still a pipe dream.
Yeah.
I still think they go, might be.
I would be surprised though if the 5 keys just opened a garage and gave you a couple badges. That would that not be the ultimate kick to the pants right there?
Hello, Si. Yeah, we're getting chieftains. But because of the trouble in Minsk, as Todd said.
Oh, that's a good rumor. I like that. Let's start that. If you have 5 keys, keys, it will open the garage, and you will get both a WTF 100 and a chieftain.
Yeah, absolutely. But that would have happened, but because of the trouble in Minsk, it's probably not going to happen.
Right, so thanks for nothing.
Because they're all moving to Cyprus to have a holiday.
Thanks for nothing.
All
right.
Really,
so it's
almost entitled.
All right, so moving on. Empire's Border is getting reworked. I don't know if you saw that, but it's still in super test. They have a couple versions of it. Basically, I think they're opening it up just a little bit, especially in the south. It's the 2 versions I saw were much flatter terrain, not quite as canalized, but nothing really else to say other than they're looking at it. I think that's a good idea because that map drives me crazy.
It is very difficult, isn't it? It's, I don't block maps. I don't see the reason behind that, and I know some people do, and that's fine. But I don't because you play the map for what it is. But Empire's Border is always a struggle. There is probably 2 pinch points where the game it makes a difference in the game, and that's about it. Anywhere else on that map is just wasted. There's them 2 pinch points. I think is where
that one is so hard to get back to anywhere else and support a different side that if one team or the other overloads some area, it's usually over. It's hard to come back from because they'll take out a decent chunk of your team, because you sent less there, but all of a sudden you're down all those tanks and corridor maps exactly, Wayne. Hopefully the rework opens it up. There's a couple others like that. I think that's about it. That's all I've got, man. What, do we got anything else? What do you got?
Oh, well, I've got nothing but a Pilgrim story if you want it.
Okay.
Here we go. Pilgrim story. And this one is about Spandau Prison in Berlin, which used to be in Berlin, but it's no longer there. And I was, my first posting out of training to my regiment was to Spandau Prison. Not as an inmate, by the way.
Although you probably should have been.
But, But my regiment was guarding Spandau Prison at the time when I left training, and I got posted straight out to Germany or to Berlin, which is not bad posting for an 18-year-old, you know what I mean? Quite handy. And for those of you that may not know this, but you can probably Google it, it was the prison in Berlin where they held all the Nazis after the war and incarcerated those that didn't get executed. So the likes of Rader, Admiral Rader, and Donitz, they were there. But the most famous or infamous occupant of Spandau Prison was Hess.
Rudolph, yeah.
And he was there. Yeah, he had a life sentence. He was there until he died. But he was an absolute nutcase.
Really?
Absolute screaming, barking, mad nutcase. I mean, he was on solitary confinement for 30, 40, well, I don't know, 50 years. I think he died in 87 or something like that.
Holy cow.
But yeah, he'd been in there an awful long time. And of course, it was shared between the French, the British, the Americans, and the Russians. So you would have a tour of duty, and then you would hand over to the next country, who would then. And each country did not want Hess to die on their watch, because it was, it was like, because everybody else would be going, "Whoa, die! Who let him die?"
Yeah.
Very, very, very sensitive, very political. He used to howl at the moon.
Holy cow!
I tell you what, it is a scary place. It is dark, dank, atmospheric. You can imagine it's an old prison in the middle of Berlin, and it was, it was always dark. There was never much light around the place, and it was always misty and always horrible. Anyway, so we would be, patrolling. We'd have to patrol, and every 15 minutes you'd have to shine a light into his cell because he was on suicide watch. So you'd have to light up the cell. He would howl at the moon. He would be at the bars at 1 o'clock in the morning and howling at the moon, right?
Jeez.
It's really horrible. And I felt like this is the story anyway. I felt quite sorry for him. 18-year-old lad.
So you actually saw the guy?
Yeah. You'd have to look through the hatch.
Holy cow!
The hatch, and he's there, and he was howling.
Wow.
Out of the window. Are you okay, mate? And he would not speak English.
I was going to say, so you never interacted with him in any way
other
than...
No, you're not allowed to talk to him. I got into... This is where the story's leading, because I got into trouble. Yeah.
Okay.
So I felt sorry for him, and I was doing patrolling, and I got to his door, and I had Benson and Hedges cigarettes. I used to smoke back then in my pocket. And I dropped his hat. He went, "Mr. Hess," because I didn't speak German. I said, "Would you like a cigarette?" And he started like grumbling and growling and started howling again. I thought, well, okay, he doesn't want a cigarette, fair enough. So I put the hatch back on, thought, well, bugger you, bloody Nazi. And anyway, walked off. So he reported me. He reported me for speaking to him. I got 7 days jankers because of that scumbag. He actually reported me to the prison commander, so I got 7 days peeling potatoes and scrubbing pans because I was being nice to him. Yeah, have a cigarette, mate. You know what I mean?
Holy cow, dude! So yeah. Even
Rudolf Hess got me 7 days jankers, son of a gun.
Not only did he cause a world war, he got you one last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So it's now they leveled it. When he died, they had to level the building, and you know what they did with all the bricks? They crumbled it up into dust and got rid of it. The only thing remaining is one set of keys, which is held in the one of the British Regiments Museum. I can't remember which one. It's one of the
no kidding.
So it's just a set, but everything else ground to dust because what they didn't want was any form of symbolism.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they didn't want it to be a rallying point for any kind of people, whatever your
absolutely.
thing.
And do you know what they built on the place?
A water park.
Marvelous.
Water park.
No, this is what you've got. What's your shops? The U.S. military commissaries.
BX. Yeah.
PXs. Yeah. PXs. They built the British equivalent, a NAFI, Navy Army Air Force Institute shop. Yeah. So all the girls and all the kids went shopping in what was Spandau Prison.
That's a good way to forget about it.
Yeah. Well, we talk about shopping. You cannot return anything back there. They wouldn't have that.
Yeah. No. So you can go get some marmalade and jam then.
Oh yeah, you get tea. You get your tea. You get your
you get your what's that
There's a shop over here called Tesco's,
Yep, familiar.
yeah, okay, it's a bit like Costco maybe or something like that in the US. So they renamed the nappy Hesco's after Rudolph Hess. That's terrible, isn't it?
That's the nickname.
Hesco's.
Good
Just
old,
pop it down to Hesco's.
good old military gallows humor, man. Right on.
Oh yeah.
All right, that was good, dude. That was good. All right, well, we're coming to the end, guys, but we'll just throw it out as usual. If anybody's got any questions or comments, anything you want us to talk about or you're curious about, go ahead and chuck it out there. I do appreciate everybody coming by, man.
Yeah, it's been good. Hey, Barry, I'm not chat banned in game, but I was chat banned at Spandau, I can tell you.
You were chat banned
Yeah, I was chat banned, but I'm not now.
by an
Chat
actual chat Nazi, like a chat
Yeah.
Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. You will not talk to me, you swine dumb Britisher. I will tell the commander of you. Feeling Spuds hating.
Oh
Sitting
man, maybe
there
he
with a
just
big sack of Spuds like that.
maybe he just hated smoking.
Oh, maybe he did. Maybe
Yeah,
he was
maybe he
like-
just felt
he was
like.
paranoid. He was a paranoid schizophrenic, and he.
Well, you
also-
would be after being in there so long.
I
Good
know.
Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He didn't have a lot of friends, did he?
Wow, man. What is the best tank? What is the best tank? The Tog, clearly.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Or actually, maybe the boogie.
I'm going to show him the best tank. Let me find it here. The best tank. I think you know where we're going with this. We're just going to go ahead and find the Churchill gun carrier with 3 marks. Right there, my friends. That is it. And if you don't like that, if you're more of a French kind of guy, then we can also go with the ARL 39 with 3 marks. Yeah, baby. Those are the best tanks.
They are,
Clearly.
without a doubt.
279E, yeah, that's not a bad choice. My favorite tank. What would my favorite tank be right now? I used to say the 4190 GF. I think it's still up there. But God help me, I love the little Brit light tanks. I just have a lot of fun with those things.
Yeah, you do. Oh, you've made your name on Manticore, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
Or the Manticore.
Well, I wish I was better at the Manicore. I'm much better at the 9 and the 8, but I do enjoy the Manicore. If you want an awesome Manicore driver, check out True Voodoo, man. He kicks butt in that thing. Next stream, I didn't mention that. Probably not this week, guys. There's a small chance tomorrow for the charity, but I'm leaving on Tuesday to take my daughter to college. So we're kind of busy this weekend and Monday, and we're leaving on Tuesday. So I may not be streaming this week. If I do, it'll be later on in the week, like Friday or Saturday. So, how many players quit because of the M3 Lee? Good question. All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Manicore, man. Favorite tank? I think it's still the 4190 GF, but I don't play it very much. I just love that light tank, man. That thing is just brutal. It's definitely a good tank.
I actually like the 1357 variants, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, 1357's up there too. That's a good point. Yeah, Triple M, thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah. Don't want to even think about all that mess.
Yeah, no, you don't need that rattling around your brain,
No.
do you?
You know what, though? They grow up. They got to have lives, man. We grew up and
I
had
remember
lives,
mine
and
went.
yeah.
Yeah. I thought I'd actually got my life back when my 2 went, but that only lasted about 3 weeks, and they were back on me again. So
They
they never go away.
came back for cigarettes.
Yeah, we came back for a story. Dad, give us a story.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate everybody coming by for Coffee Talk Live. This is a lot of fun, especially live with you guys watching on the Twitch, on the interwebs.
It's surprising how many people are up early, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
On a Sunday. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's church to go to and such like, so people do go.
Yeah.
But interesting.
Yeah, Castle. I think I just enjoy the light tanks because they're a challenge and the mobility, and you can do things other than just drop damage, although that is hugely important with a light tank as well. I like the assist kind of thing and the trying to keep a light tank alive to the end of the game. Yep.
Aussie, you have my sympathy, because if I was quarantined with my house general, I would probably be a dead man right now. I wouldn't survive 24 hours, mate.
We'll send Pilgrim by with some cigarettes. Open up your window.
Yeah, no, I'll come back. I'll shine a light through the window and throw you a cigarette through the
From a distance, because you can't get close.
From a distance, yeah. You can report me to Guido.
Yeah. We'll get him chat banned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, number one coffee talk, 0700 time slot, Central, U.S.
Here we are. We're there.
4 weeks running, so we got a streak going on. We got a streak.
Okay.
Hey, Winterlander, thanks, man. All right, guys. Seriously, we're gonna shut her down. Appreciate you guys coming by. We'll do this again next week. That's all I've got. Guido signing off.
Pilgrim signing off.
Later, guys.